Alrighty, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Kush Clouds TV, this 21 over channel, dedicated to people who love marijuana, music, sports, gaming, and very much more. So today's episode of Kush Clouds TV, just a quick little episode for y'all. We're going to be doing a album review of N9NE's The Storm. So hopefully you guys at home have your smoking devices loaded and be joining cannabis-related products throughout the show, as long as you're 21 years of age or older. Of course, no hit for hit challenge because y'all can't see me. We have the camera facing towards the album here. Like I said, we're going to be doing a review of N9NE The Storm. Now, this was just released and also leaked out to YouTube a couple days ago. And I just found it yesterday. The past couple days I've been checking out new albums, new mixtapes and stuff like that since it's coming up here at the end of the year, and I know that a lot of artists are putting out a bunch of work, mixtapes, all that good stuff at the very end of the year. Usually summertime and the very end of the year, just before Christmas and shit like that. That's usually when all the mixtapes and albums usually start popping out. That's when you see the most production of music pop out. But we're gonna do a quick little review here of N9NE The Storm. Now, I just listened to it twice. Listened to it earlier this morning, then listened to it again just a little bit ago. As you see there, oh, we can't really see it, but I move it up just a little bit, you can. Can't really see the time, but there's time over there. We just got done with it for listening to it the second time. And I will have to say, it is a great fucking album. Now, I've listened to a lot of albums, a lot of mixtapes this year. And the best one that I heard so far was Dream Chasers 4. Dream Chasers 4 was a very good project. But I didn't think it was like a classic. I didn't think it was like a legendary classic, repeatable album year after year. It was definitely a good album. It definitely was, when it came out, it was definitely great at the time. All the soundtrack songs and everything. But it definitely wasn't legendary or like like I said, a classic album. Now, last year, 2015, the classic album of that year was MGK's General Mission. I did a review on that as well, and it was definitely a classic album. I compared it to Dr. Dre's The Chronic, how it kind of impacted hip-hop, and how when it came out, what it did for hip-hop. And after that, this whole year I was looking for that next MGK's General Admission. And I heard Dream Chasers, and like I said, when I heard it, I was like, this is the best mixtape, best project, hip hop project of 2016 so far that I heard. And then I listened to this. You have Godspeed. It starts off with Godspeed. Godspeed's a really good song. He starts off talking about how fucking he's not going to be shoving down good music, lyrical music, his thoughts of hip-hop and shit like that. He's not going to be shoving it down people's throats anymore. He's just going to put out his music and let people judge from themselves. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. And he starts off with Godspeed. Then he goes into Need Jesus, which is also another really good song. Then you have Sriracha, which was a very popular song when it came out, mainly because Logic was on there. And a lot of people did reactions to that and stuff, and it was really good. N9NE and Logic, that was a really good pairing right there. They were great on that track. And then next you have the Weepy Skeet, or the Weepy Skit, and talks about just this little funny shit. And what I like about this album is that it is very it's very widely ranged. I'd have to say one of the most interesting songs on the album is probably Starting to Turn, number 10, featuring Jonathan Davis. And at first I was like, who is Jonathan Davis? I saw it and I was like, what the hell? And then I listened to the song and I was like, is that the lead singer of Korn? I looked it up, and it is Jonathan Davis, lead singer of Korn, and he is on the track Starting to Turn. He is in the chorus, and it's actually a metal song. It is a metal beat, but he raps on it. N9NE raps on it. And you have everything from metal, right, And then you have songs like Get Off Me with Darren Sefron, which is kind of like the newer Justin Bieber that's also signed to Strange Music, but people compare him to Justin Bieber because he sounds like him and I guess kind of looks like him and dances like him and shit. But you have like R&B, you have metal, okay, with the Starting to Turn. And then you go over here to Buddha and you go super old school R&B. We have Boys to Men is featured on this song. Yes, Boys to Men makes the feature on N9NE's The Storm album. I think I need to say that again. Boys to fucking Men. Legendary R&B group featured on Buddha. Okay, it's crazy, but like I said, one of the most interesting songs, Starting to Turn. It's a metal. It's very strange. It's almost like Ice-T's Cop Killer type, or not? What is it? Body Count. It's like a Body Count Cop Killer, but he's rapping on it. He's not like trying to go rocking it like just straight rap, but it's on like a metal beat. And like I said, it has Jonathan Davis, the lead vocalist of Korn, legendary rock band. You guys don't know about Korn, y'all need to check out Korn. Doing the chorus on the song Starting to Turn. And then you have also Hold On To Me, which is kind of like a pop song, or you know, kind of like a pop mainstream type of song with Kate Rose featured on it. And it's like a pop, or it's popish / classical. Because that was in one of the classical songs on here. There's some classical, there's some R&B, there's some metal, there's West Coast, East Coast, Midwest hip hop. Where was the other one? Bus Serves. Bus Serves reminded me of 2005, 2006 trap rap, old school trap rap, like T.I., Young Jeezy. Like fucking, it reminded me of like a song that would come out at that time, about 2005, 2006. I was kind of like I said, Jeezy, T.I., that old school trap rap. And that is Bus Serves. And I thought that was a very interesting song, which is a great song also. No Gun Control was really good. Let's see here. Oh, What If It Was Me? What If It Was Me, I personally feel like is one of the best songs of 2016 hip-hop. The best hip-hop song, I should say, of 2016. Because it definitely talks about one of the most biggest things and biggest topics and issues of, you know, of the entire year, which was the police brutality, like, you know, cops killing people and people killing cops. And he kind of talks about both sides. On top of, he talks about himself and how like he got started into rap and shit like that, how he had a group and stuff like that. The group disbanded, and it's like almost kind of like a phantom of hip opera is the best way to, like, phantom of hip opera is the best way to describe it, because fucking, you know, N9NE, you can see him as the Phantom. And the What If It Was Me, it was kind of like a hip opera with the music video and the song. And there's a couple songs on here like that, like The Needle, like Till I'm Gone, like The Long Way, like those last, pretty much all four, even Anywhere, were all kind of like a hip opera type fucking, you know, songs. And even like I said with the music video, It Was Me was like a hip opera kind of like, you know, little theater show. And fucking, like I said, you have classical, you have R&B, you have East Coast, West Coast, Midwest hip hop, you have metal, you have like freaking trap, techno, all sorts of shit, just all sorts of genres of music, just all in one album. And every single, like, I'll have to say, the only song I personally don't like on the album is the Get Off Me with Darren Sefron. That's the only one I didn't like, but it's still a really good song. But besides that, every other song I really did like and I really did enjoy. And the lyricism, the production, everything. This, like I was talking about earlier with Dream Chasers 4. Dream Chasers 4, you could tell, was a very well put together production, well put together project, because you could tell, like, you could just listen to it. It took time, they took effort, they really put everything into that project. Same with The Storm. You can listen to it and hear, you know, the work that was really put into this album. And like I said, fucking, besides that one song that like I said, I personally don't like, but it's still a good song, there isn't one bad song on the album. There isn't any bad lyricism, any bad choruses, any bad beats. And like I said, you have happy, sad, you got jokes in there, like there's shit in there that was making me laugh. You know, there's shit in there that'll make you fucking, you know, be like sad and shit like that. Like I said, it ranges everywhere, genre-wise, feelings-wise, vibe-wise, but regardless, it all keeps to one vibe. And it's a legendary classic album. Like I said, this is me personally. I feel like this is the best album and the best hip hop project of 2016, with with the best, I should say, I feel the best hip hop song of 2016. What If It Was Me as well. So you have the what I feel best album and the best hip hop song of 2016, Tech N9ne The Storm, and like I said, the song What If It Was Me. And my review of Tech N9ne The Storm, like I already said, I give it a 5 out of 5. Obviously, like I said, best hip hop album of 2016, legendary classic album. All like it just Boyz II Men and Jonathan Davis. You have Korn and Boyz II Men on the same album. You have classical and West Coast, East Coast, Midwest hip hop and classical up in there, and even soulful shit. You have soulful blues, like it's just, and everything's just amazing and top quality. Like I said, every single song could be a hit. Every single song could be a #1 song. Every song could be classical. And you know, he even talks about, you know, In the Needle, In the Long Way, how you know, fucking he's been rapping for, you know, he's been really going at it for 16 years. He's really been actually rapping for about 26 years. But he's been going at it for the past like 16 years. He really started about 2001 when he, you know, got famous and kind of got put on when people started hearing his remix of Amadeus, which is his song I'm a Player. He did a remix of a classical song, Amadeus, which not too many people at the time did remixes or even redid a song over a classical beat. The only hip-hop artist I knew at the time that actually ever did that was Biz Markie. So that, and about, you know, that was 12 years before he, you know, 12 years later, Tech N9ne did a song. So that was their only one song, and it was about 12 years before Tech N9ne did his. So, you know, and that was the only other person I knew that did did a remix of a classical beat, and that song, they're very popular. Biz Markie, Just a Friend, still get played to this day. But he talks about, you know, doing songs with Eminem, doing songs with Kendrick, doing songs with Slipknot, doing songs with System of a Down, doing songs with Deftones. Like, he is so well versed and like just, you know, fucking variety and just everything well ranged. You know, he talked about like when he was doing this song with like Kendrick, and then he also went and saw Jimmy Kimmel, and 4 million people showed up, and he thought, you know, maybe that would be the time and the time where people like, oh, you know, this is like his chance. This is the chance where he ends up going mainstream. Like, here's his spotlight. Here's where everybody sees him. You know, here it goes. And it didn't happen. And then he talks about how he was gonna, you know, he did the song with Eminem, and how he was waiting to hear what other, you know, artists and MCs were gonna say about it, because, you know, here is Tech N9ne rapping with the greatest rapper alive, Eminem. And Eminem and Tech N9ne are going side by side rapping, and he just couldn't wait for that song to be out and to hear how good, you know, like hear people talk about how good Tech N9ne is, and how he, you know, side by side with Eminem is par. Because I posted, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you don't, definitely follow me on Instagram at ChrisCloudTV. I posted a picture today, and and the picture was this right here, what you see, the album cover. And in the caption, I put Tupac #1, Eminem #2, Tech-N9ne #3, question mark. 3 gods of hip hop. And to be honest with you, me, after hearing this album, I really do feel like Tech-N9ne is like the #3 greatest rapper ever, and the #2 greatest rapper alive right now. Because like I said, fucking even when he did the song, like, he was sitting there waiting for other rappers, you know, talk about it, and nobody really talked about it. They're like, oh, you're just trying to copy him. You're just trying to use him for spotlight and stuff like that. You know, you're just using him or whatever. And they were like, oh, you weren't that good and shit like that. You know, they downplayed it a lot. Even though when you listen to the song with Eminem, you're like, holy shit, he can go bar for bar with Eminem. He is that good. And when you listen to this, and like Till I'm Gone, listen to Till I'm Gone, it has a fucking Eminem vibe. It has that Eminem kind of spacebound type of vibe to it. And it's just fucking lyrical. And like I said, this is a lyrical masterpiece. The best way to describe it is a Phantom of the hip hopper. Tech-N9ne is Phantom, and The Storm is the hip hopper. And all these songs right here is just chapter after chapter in the hip hopper. like I said, my review, 5 out of 5. Greatest album of 2016 with the greatest hip hop song of 2016. What If It Was Me? Like I said, greatest album of hip hop album of 2016. Definitely recommend you guys to go check it out if you love hip hop. Alright, like I said, it has everything. That I guarantee you, if you love hip hop, there is a song in this track list that you will like and that you will more likely re-listen to again and again for months, days, years to come. Because like I said, this is a classic album. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, definitely make sure to hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, definitely guys subscribe. If you guys have any suggestions for albums that you'd like to see me do a review on, definitely go ahead and drop it down in the drop box. And also don't forget to check out the playlists, string reviews, weed challenges, album reviews, playlists, all sorts of good stuff. Definitely go check out the playlist. And definitely make sure to have a great day or night. All around 24 hours. Stay high, stay medicated, stay lifted, and always enjoy your herb. Peace, and see you guys next time on Kush Clouds TV.